Hello and welcome everyone to eBuilder's second installation of the demo series webinars. We are thrilled that you all have chosen to attend today's presentation and for your interest in learning more about eBuilder Enterprise. During the course of this presentation, you can ask questions by clicking on the chat icon in the bottom right corner. Please note that all questions will be held until the end of the presentation, and any questions that we're unable to get to because of time will be answered off-air. Today, we are focusing on increasing project and program level visibility and the value that those insights can bring to your organization. But first, some introductions. My name is Matt Sprague. I'm a product marketing manager at eBuilder. I'm responsible for understanding and conveying the impact that eBuilder has on the construction industry to all teams within eBuilder. The end result is a better informed organization that can, in turn, be a better informed resource for our customers like you. Joining me today is Tom Haslett, a solutions engineer at eBuilder. Tom has a wealth of knowledge of not only how eBuilder is used, but of the construction project management industry. For our agenda, we will start with an overview of eBuilder and how we work with customers across the entire life cycle of their capital improvement program. We will then talk about how project transparency provides better insights and a path to greater efficiencies. Then Tom will go through in more detail what project level insights look like. After that, Tom will show you similarly how reporting can roll up into program level insights. We will finish by answering as many questions as possible in the remaining time. 1 in every 6 healthcare providers is already a customer of eBuilder, and to date, all of our customers have managed over $300 billion in capital improvements through the use of our platform. Most of our customers started their journey with eBuilder using paper and Microsoft Excel to manage their capital programs. They recognized this ad hoc method was not scalable and was resulting in projects over budget and behind schedule with too many surprises. They realized they needed a centralized program management system, resulting in the implementation of eBuilder. As they progressed in their journey with eBuilder, they automated their numerous processes, resulting in a fully integrated program management system. One customer leveraged $70 million in savings from an active project to fund a new project several years ahead of the original planned start, which correlated into a 4% cost savings. Another customer reduced approval times from 16 days to 2 days, and in one instance processed a change order approval between 3 different companies across 3 different locations in under 35 minutes. Finally, another customer's volume of annual construction expenditures tripled without the need to add additional staff. We at eBuilder are proud that our customers are recognized as top performers. eBuilder is a program management platform built for the owner. It is the system of record of all project information. eBuilder is designed to work the way you do business, not the other way around. We provide robust capabilities to manage all of your projects. Intelligent forms allow you to collect the information you need that can be routed through an automated workflow. AppExchange connects your accounting and other enterprise systems, eliminating duplicate data entry. You can manage program and project costs, starting with capital planning through estimate to construction baseline and changes. The robust document management system enables automated version control and audit trail. We provide value across the entire project lifecycle, including capital planning, design, procurement and bidding, construction, and facility operations. We provide you data-driven insights into the health of your projects so you can make informed decisions. There are 3 main capabilities, starting with industry-leading business intelligence capability for rich, executive-ready graphical visualizations, drill-through dashboards, and simple tabular reporting, much like Excel. All of these capabilities are delivered to you on your choice of interface, be it your favorite internet browser, iOS or Android app, or even just email. From a report published by Dodge Data and Analytics in conjunction with the Construction Owners Association of America and the Lean Construction Institute, it was determined that of the owners surveyed, 85% had projects that exceeded budgets, 92% had projects exceeding schedule, and 63% had projects that had quality deficiencies. I realize that I've already discussed the metrics on this slide, but it is worth noting again as these metrics are a direct result of the efficiencies we are looking to highlight today. Converse to the Dodge report statistics, eBuilder has shown to address those deficiencies by delivering trusted insight, improved process control, and reduced cycle times. eBuilder clients have documented case studies where they were able to leverage the solution to help them reduce costs, improve productivity, and slash cycle times, driving overhead and waste out of the entire capital program lifecycle. Today's product demonstration will focus on our ability to deliver project and program insights, specifically on how it influences planning and the construction phase of a project's lifecycle. I'm going to hand it over now to Tom, who will be able to demonstrate this in greater detail directly from within the eBuilder platform. All right, Tom, they're all yours.
Thank you very much, Matt. What I'm going to demonstrate today is how the eBuilder capital program data is comprised of the real-time, most accurate project level information. eBuilder program management software really caters directly to the owner so that they have complete visibility to their entire program. However, we do provide the tools necessary for the project managers to manage their specific projects both efficiently and accurately. Keep in mind that the program level information will only be as good as the data that's being collected at the project level. Looking at the live demo here, what I've done is I've created a view of all of the projects within a certain program. This may be a starting point or a view that your construction manager, general managers, or managing directors may see. Again, it gives them the entire view of all the projects. Now, as a project manager, I may see something similar to this, which is just a subset of those same projects within that program. eBuilder does have roles and permissions so that by default, the project manager may only see these projects. Now, what I'd like to do is dive down and look at a specific project and show how a project manager can manage their specific projects. So what I'd like to start with is the cost summary. So what you see is something that you're probably very familiar with. It looks very much like the Excel spreadsheets that a vast majority of our clients would typically begin with. You have columns of information. For eBuilder, we kind of standardize on budget, commitments, and actuals. And along those lines, we look at more detailed information about those. So current information related to budget and commitments, projected information, pending, approved, paid. Again, these are all terms and information that the system will automatically keep track of. You can configure these columns as you need to, and you can actually create, just like in Excel, you can create calculated fields, looking at differences and additions. So again, you have complete control over this information. But what makes this very different than your normal Excel spreadsheet is the fact that all of the data is updated in real time. To give you an example, I have here a pending commitment of $28,000. So what I can do, I can actually hyperlink and click on that value, and it pops up my line item details. Okay, specifically, this is a contract, a commitment for $28,000. I can select that. I could then approve that payment or that contract, and yes, approve that commitment. And you'll notice once I clear this and come back to this screen, my $28,000, once I refresh it, is now no longer a pending commitment. It now got rolled into a current commitment. Along the same lines, I can see here that I have an actual of 133,000. My actuals approved is only 122. So by selecting that hyperlink, it brings me right to the line item details again, and I can see a list of all of my invoices. Here's 3 that are paid, 1 received for 11,110. I can select that particular line item. I can now come in and approve. And let me go ahead and clear this. And once again, refresh. And now you can see that my actual received of 133,110 is now approved at 133,110. Now you may say, Tom, well, that's great, but we don't allow our project managers to go in and just approve things like that. And I absolutely agree. I would say that probably over 95% of our clients have processes for doing approvals like that. In fact, they typically would have a large book of a series of processes for such things as could be project intakes, even design reviews, RFIs, payment applications. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So we actually very much support the implementation of processes and doing these kinds of approvals. However, that could be a whole nother webinar to discuss that thoroughly. But while we're here and to kind of demonstrate that capability, what I'm showing here, right in this area, is a pending commit change. A pending commit change for $350,000. I could once again select that hyperlinked automatically, and that brings me to the line item details. Change number is this PCO number. It's pending for $350,000. I select that, and I see that the controlling process now is a structured workflow, something we refer to as structured workflow. Okay, and then from here, I can look at the workflow design, and you see this is something that looks very much like Visio, but there really is a complete structure to this with steps, decision making, and then we even have a mail merge. What that mail merge will do is allow you to create maybe soft copies of the data in a maybe a standard format that you have to deliver to your manager, to the state, or whatever the case may be. The point being here is that there is a process now, a process flow that an approval may go through, and as it is going step by step through this process, the table that you see in the background here, this cost summary table, is going to automatically be updated. So realistically, it'll be transparent to the project manager, but by running reports, by looking at the cost summary data, that kind of information will become apparent in real time. So let me go ahead and get back to the cost summary screen. So in addition to all this other information occurring in the background, you also have the ability to add funding sources to this project. You can certainly forecast information. You'll have a separate column of information related to forecasting. You can also add cash flow. So many of our clients do use the cash flow module. And again, that will allow you to really look at money over time. And that can be very important when you're planning a 5 or 10-year capital plan. So looking again from a project manager level, coming out of a particular project, right now we're in a view of a single project, we can go out to a cost summary. So the cost summary view is exactly that. It's in this case, the active projects specific to one project manager. And all of the details, again, this view could be customized with whatever data you want to see. But the point here is that I'm looking at one view, but again, as or maybe for a construction manager or managing director or even a project director, you may want to see a roll-up of all the projects. So here I've created yet another view. Again, you can create as many views as you need to. This view in particular would be more of an aggregate of all of the project managers' projects. So even if I'm in the view, a more of a program level view of all the projects, I still have the ability to drive down into the details of a particular project. So looking again at our previous J. Smith remodel project, what I'd like to do is look at the scheduling tool. So for this particular project, I have created a schedule with more milestone-based tasks. Generally, our schedule module is not going to be at the detail that a general contractor may provide, as far as a much greater number of tasks. This is intended to be more of a higher level milestone-based scheduler. You can, however, import your MS project information or even your P6 data right into this tool. The benefit largely with the built-in scheduler within eBuilder is to follow your money over time. So when you've created cash flow curves for your active projects or even for your planned projects, you can combine that with the schedule tool here and look at your money over time. At the same time, you can adjust all of your completion information related to these tasks, your dates. You can actually go and adjust, just like in Microsoft Project, you can go and adjust timing. It is critical path method, so things will change automatically. And all of this information will be compared to a baseline. Now, again, this is a project manager managing one project. From the program level, we can look at all of the projects. Here I've created a simple view, again, specifically for one particular project manager, but at the same time, I can view and report on all of the project information. So here looking at start and finish dates, durations, maybe there's variances that are occurring. All of that data can be viewed from the program level as well. Matt, I believe that gives you a very quick overview of how the project level information within eBuilder can roll up into the entire program level of data. Are there any questions that I can answer?
Yeah, Tom, actually, we do. Got a handful of questions here. The first one is, can project and program level information be shown through reports and dashboards?
That's a good question. I really hadn't covered anything about reporting and dashboards in that discussion, but absolutely all the information that is collected within eBuilder, not only collected, but keep in mind that eBuilder actually will generate its own data based on the amount of time a process may be sitting at a particular step, how many times a document gets changed. So there's system data that's generated as well, not just data that's being collected. But having said that, absolutely, project level information, program level information can be shown through both the dashboards and reports. So let's take a quick look at that. And if I head to the dashboard module and I look at maybe a project management summary specific to a project manager. In this particular case, very little information related to over under. That's probably just a function of my demo here, but I have a cost summary by project. Here you see 3 different projects. I think this data was kind of reflected in a table we had viewed earlier. And then we have commitment changes, a specific project with a commitment change above a threshold. Now, once again, this is focused specifically at a single project manager. I can now, however, look at a summary that is more encompassing, more looking at either a program level at a whole, or maybe a few different project managers. In this particular case, it's a large number of projects. I probably kept the view to a minimum of projects, but here you have the visibility for maybe a project director, or maybe even a general manager to view all the cost information of the projects, maybe looking at the performance of the project managers. So you can view data individually by the project managers to see how they're doing. You have complete control over these dashboards, and you can create as many as you need. There's really no limit on the amount of data that you can view here. And this is going to be the highest view, that your highest level of project level information that you can see. Now, keep in mind that this is not just a bunch of pretty pictures. What you're able to do is actually drive into the report data behind these graphs. So let's go ahead and do that. Looking at this cost summary project, I can select that and drive right into my report module that created, and this is the data that is behind that graph that we had just seen. And here we have a very simple 7-step wizard. The reporting engine within eBuilder is again very easy to use, and the largest benefit is that you do not have to export this data into a third-party tool to get the reports you need. You have complete control over all of the data within this complete program. To give you an example, we can go in. I have go right into this edit tool. I can go, and I'm actually going to jump to the final step, step 7. And here, let's see, I'm just going to add a project manager. Let's see, my project manager equals, let's see, senior PM. Let me see if I got that right and run the report. And here you can see now, once I set my project manager to this TLH senior PM, I now have a subset. It was that easy to modify the data. And I could save this report and send it to my manager if necessary on a regular basis. Again, that's called subscribing to the particular report. All of that is available through this reporting engine in eBuilder.
Okay, great. Thanks for that answer, Tom. The next question that we have says, we use different terms other than commitments and actuals in our industry for project and program reporting. Can those terms be changed in eBuilder?
So let me go back to our cost summary in order to answer that second question. And I can actually do that very quickly right from this report. Our reports are hot linked as well. But it brings me right back to the cost summary for this J. Smith remodeling project we were working on. The question was in terms of the names of these columns. We use the term budget, commitments, And I think most people have, heartache with the word commitments. Absolutely, you could change the names. We realize that every industry is slightly different when it comes to their naming conventions. So instead of commitments, maybe it's encumbrances or contracts, whatever the case may be. You do have complete control over the naming convention of these columns. So you can configure it however you need fit, however you see fit to to meet your requirements.
Perfect, Tom. Thank you. The last question we have time for today is, I can see how the project and cost data can be up to date and accurate, but how do I know that my project data files are still the latest versions?
I didn't have an opportunity to spend any time discussing our documents repository. But keep in mind that with the structured workflows that I discussed, all your various processes, both cost and non-cost related, there's always going to be a lot of document data that is being added to the project. So what we have is a documents module, and let me go ahead and pull a particular project in this case. So we have a documents module that, again, it's structured very much like your PC. You have, if you're used to using SharePoint or some other network drive, you have folder structures. So what we provide is really a similar structure that gives you complete control over role-based permissions, allowing both private and public access, however you see fit. But the question was, how do you ensure that the project data files are the latest files? So I specifically came to this one particular project because it demonstrates well. I actually have a file, an Excel file here that you can see that's third revision, a third version of that file. So within eBuilder, I have the ability to redline these files using a native application, or if you're more familiar with Bluebeam Studio, you can make changes in that respect. But as we can see, if I go into properties within this particular file, I can look at the history right away. So from there, I can see that it's been emailed, downloaded, changed. Again, all of that data is being collected by the system as it's being done. At the same time, there is a version history. So keep in mind that there's really an unlimited amount of data that you can use within eBuilder. So I actually have access to all of the previous files that were uploaded to this document repository. I have the ability to compare those files as well to see what the changes are.
Thanks for those great answers, Tom. To wrap things up, I wanted to remind everyone that eBuilder is a full program management information system. In today's webinar, we reviewed how eBuilder is used for planning and construction management at both the project and program levels. We showed how forms can be used to kick off automated processes that can influence cost management as well as document management. As you can see, we only covered a real small part of the overall eBuilder platform. For those interested in learning more about how eBuilder can help your organization, please visit www.e-builder.net and click the Watch a Demo button in the upper right-hand corner, or you can email Kunal at the email address on your screen. Once again, thank you very much for joining us today.